sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil, as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Spencer Schrader to get things rolling. And off we go from downtown Indy. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black. Play action now. It's Geno. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game. The second-year man from UCLA, Leatu Latu. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On play action, Smith. And they're going to get him again. Remarkable. How about that to start the game? 2 sacks on the first 2 plays. DeForest Buckner getting in for the sack. And now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
His offensive play caller, he's got to help out his offensive line right now. Some screens, some quick game, some run game. They've got to slow down this pass rush because so far here early, they have had no answers for it.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. That's good for a Colts first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass, it stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. On the ground, it's Terry. And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 5. Jones, gonna hang on to it here. The ball comes out, and the Raiders have come up with it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
Gino now on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of the rookie, Dante Thornton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, Smith. Open man. That's Trey Tucker. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down, Raiders.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Gino. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Meyer. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
13 yards.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Raider first down. They'll run with Genty. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. He's tackled there by Quiddy Peck.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 8. Back is Smith. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He's going to let this one go deep. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
Little miscommunication there, and now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here's A.J. Cole now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And that's thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard
The Colts
line.
offense ready for their second possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Jones. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down. You're going to put your defense in a tough spot. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Jones keeping this one. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
Clearly, the play caller here is thinking that the defense is going to be completely zoned in on stopping the running back, thinking he can catch them off guard with the quarterback keep. The defense was prepared for both guys, and they now force 4th down.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Back deep for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. Now, fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Smith. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Dick Cross will bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. In motion, that's Thornton. They'll go play action. It's Smith. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. The Michigan man, Quinny Pay, in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here, and he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the Raiders. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Kell. And he's got it to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
That's good.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Jones to throw on second down. On the run to the right. He keeps it himself. And he'll get down and avoids a hit. Gain about 7. Setting up third down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Jones going to try and throw on third down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drop. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Raiders offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Smith. Finding his tight end, man. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
16 yards. 1st down, Las Vegas.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Now, Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Smith. Picked off by the former Niner, Tarvarius Ward. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. in motion is Warren. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On second down, here's Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third and 6.
Jones to the air again. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down. Spencer Schrader comes on to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Schrader's kick is good. And the Colts will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Raiders' offense make their way out to take over once more. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a first and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll go again with Genty. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. DeForest Buckner brings him down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
It is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Smith. This one down the field, but it lined up incomplete. Trying to get it out to Ashton Genty that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
2 minutes remain in a 3-0 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
The Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
Colts, 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts are out to a 10-0 lead.
Raiders, nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense about ready to take over once more. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Now, Gino. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
It's 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Smith, and that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out. Not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
On comes with the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Colts offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And we'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now Jones. He takes off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, Jones. He's got his tight end. That's 1. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, it's Jones. Flushed to his left. He's going to run it.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Now Jones throwing on 2nd down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
The Colts about set to punt. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming, starting with 1st and 10. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 9. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Third and long. Man in motion here is Tucker. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. The Raiders send their punt team out as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Fake the handoff. Now Jones. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. It led to a nice gain.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO, that one is complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Gain of 2.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Give him 11 on the scramble. They give them a new set down.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. And this time, the rush gets home, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
On play action, it's Jones. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Jones. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another 1st down.
Another Colts.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jones to throw. The ball's out. I believe the Colts were in there to retain possession. Yes, Indianapolis will hold on to the football.
It's now 3rd down.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
So, on 4th down, Spencer Schrader is on for the Colts field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts will open up a 13-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They find themselves down 13-0 here. They try to get things started offensively. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jetty to start the drive. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Play action now. It's Gino. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
The Raiders have their punt team out there. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more, and this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. He's turned a number of those into big plays.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Play action now. It's Jones. Over the middle, he's got Warren. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. He left that first defender grasping for air as he winds up getting 8 out of that one.
At the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Now here's a keeper on his own read. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Indianapolis.
This is an area of Daniel Jones' game, Mike, that I think people often overlook. He is sneaky fast, and when he gets out into open space, very rarely can anybody catch him.
On the ground, it's Taylor. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. It's second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's got it at about the 8. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But
the pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
what once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
In motion comes Pittman. Jones now on 3rd and goal. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
So, on 4th down, Spencer Schrader is on for the Colts field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Colts will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Schrader back on after converting the field goal, and he kicks this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the pistol, Smith. To the left side, and is caught by Meyer. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That's a short one, caught by Bowers. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A pickup there of 13.
This is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. They'll go play action. It's Smith. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, Smith. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
Smith to throw on first and 10. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
On second down, it's Gino. He'll step up and run this. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
Here's Genty to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Moving outside the pocket.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. And he will score! Game on! Geno Smith, touchdown Vegas. Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a 1-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
And now the Raiders faced with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
The Raiders will line
from the gun, it's Geno. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So they decided to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Colts offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. On play action, it's Jones. That one complete to Pierce. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25.
A gain of 17.
They pick up 17 through the air. That's good for a Colts first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
From the 22 now, here's second down and 7. From the gun, it's Jones. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Now timeout Vegas. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
One of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Schrader now on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Raiders 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Raiders offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a first and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. A first down throw for Smith. A throw right side, taken in by Tucker. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Raider first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line, and it's first and 10. He'll go right back to Myers, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
That's into the hands of Thornton. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Colts' 33-yard line.
2nd and inches. Working out of the gun, Smith. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Vegas.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. From the shotgun, Smith will get this complete to his tight end Bowers. Now the Raiders are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. And the Raiders are looking at a 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 2-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Now, Gino. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Makes the score Colts 23, Raiders 13.
Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
The onside kick is recovered by the Colts.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the Colts. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. And in the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.